Let's take a closer look at my Disney map collection. Hey guys, my name's Hailey. Welcome back to the Disney Cupcake channel. I have been looking forward to this day for so long. I cannot emphasize that enough. I have been wanting to order one of these map stands forever. I really wanted to have like that park vibe in my room and to be able to grab a map and look at it even though you're not at the park. I've always just wanted that feeling in my room of just being able to grab a map and organize them all cutesy. So I ordered this 8-section like pamphlet holder. I'll have the link down below. I got it on Amazon. It was about $20, which isn't too bad for just like the acrylic like stand. It can be a stand, or it also has the little hooks to hang it on the wall. I was gonna hang it on the wall, but it sticks out a lot, so I think I'm just going to use it as a stand for now. I think it will look really cool here on the side of my desk or in one of my other displays around my room. So a lot of you guys wanted to see some of the Disney maps that I had, and they were getting crammed in this container, so I figured it's time to order it, it's time to get them organized, and then that way you guys can also see some of the maps I have, because I do have some old maps, some maps from international parks, and all the things like that. So I'm very, very excited to see them all in this little container here. Look how cool! Oh my wow. As I mentioned many times, I love seeing the things organized, and this looks just like the parks. And this is like the dream park, because you can literally pick any park to go to and any map you want. Wow, that looks so cool. So we have Disney Springs, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, California Adventure, Hollywood Studios, Disneyland, Tokyo Disney, and then there's also a Shanghai Disney one in there. Now there are some holiday maps that I think I'm actually going to put in my different holiday bins, just because I really don't need them any other time. And then that way I don't forget to take them out for my displays. But something super cool about having this is if I want to do like a retro like display or something, I can take the old maps and put them in the front to like help fit the vibe, help fit the theme. And it's a good way to be able to display and see the maps, and then whenever you have people come in, they might want to pick them up and look at them too. Like, it just kind of, it benefits a lot of things having this, and I'm super excited that I don't need to cram them all in here anymore. Although I do have a lot of little books and things, like the Pixar Fest food guide and things like that, that I think I'm just going to keep in here, just because they're not guide maps, they're just other fun little things. So here's just a quick little look at all the holiday ones I pulled out. Now there are more holiday ones that are already in my holiday bins. I just forgot to put these ones in there. So these are all of the Halloween and Christmas ones from Shanghai, Tokyo, and Walt Disney World. Let's take a quick look here through the Magic Kingdom section. This first one, I really wanted to show you guys more in depth because this is a older one. This is the Magic Kingdom Let the Memories Begin guide map, and this is whenever the maps were sponsored by Kodak, which is the like old like throwaway cameras and things like that. And how different this map looks. I remember going whenever the maps looked like this, and whenever the Magic Kingdom looked like this. Here you guys can see New Fantasyland was not constructed yet. That's probably the biggest difference here on this map, and just the coloring and everything. The way that this one was done is just super interesting. I just thought it'd be cool to point out that New Fantasyland was actually not done in this map. So pretty cool on that one. These next ones here are a little bit newer, just general Magic Kingdom. I believe this is the newest one. I like having the ones with all the different covers. Whenever I move closer to Disney one day, I hope to like hang this somewhere or get another one, and every time I go to the park when there's like a different cover, I would pick it up and come home and put it in this. That's like one of like my dream to do things. Is to be able to go to the parks, oh there's a new map, pick it up, bring it home, put it on the thing, all cutesy. So having the different fronts and things, it also captures the history of the park, because you guys can see even just how different this map is from the last one I just opened. The coloring's different, you know, maybe this one has some different rides, some different updates, some different information about the food and things. And whenever I go, I like to pick up a couple of each because I knew that I was going to get this at some point, so I'm probably not going to pick up as many maps anymore now knowing how much space that I have. Like, as you guys can see, last time I went, I picked up all of these Magic Kingdom ones. That way, once I would create this display, it looks like that there's, like, so many of the one as you'd pick them out. So I just wanted to do that. The one time I went, I picked up a bunch so I could do that, if that makes sense. And I also use these for my different Disney collages, and I'll have that video linked down below. So I made sure to pick up a bunch of these to also use for the collages, and since I didn't end up using them, it does look super cool in this, because, you know, someone takes one out and then they're all like the same, except for the ones there in the back. I also have some of the times guides for Magic Kingdom. Here's another old one, again sponsored by Kodak. You guys can see just the different layout of the map, how it was just the classic, just like plain bars and patterns and things. This is also whenever Walt Disney World had their paper Fast Pass system, very similar to Disneyland. This one has Mickey's Toontown. There at the top you guys can see what Magic Kingdom used to look like. And I remember using this map as well to make my way through Toontown. Now moving over here to Disney Springs, I have a lot of different ones here. We have the holiday ones, and then we also have just the general Disney Springs ones. The flavors, the new merch. There's just these like general guides that maybe have some restaurant recommendations, the summer openings, the Christmas, the general Disney Springs ones, like the newer versions. You guys can see there. Oh, here's one I really wanted to show you guys. I have one of these. This is the Downtown Disney map for Walt Disney World. There, the old logo, shop, dine, and play. So different how like all of this is now. I love being able to collect the maps and look at them, because a lot of this stuff on here is so different now. If you're familiar with Disney Springs, they like redid this whole area. This is where like Blaze is and all of those things. Like this whole area, you can now walk from here to here, and there's all like a whole strip of stores and stuff like that. So crazy to look back on, remembering the times whenever I went. Here's another super old one. I have one map from Disney Quest. Huge throwback. This was at Disney Springs West Side for a bit. Oh, what a time that was. It is now the ESPN location. And this is just like a little brochure and map of all the different floors and activities that you could do. So again, super happy that I like kept these for this display and just to look back on. Like being able to look back on that history is so amazing to me. So I love to be able to collect the different maps, even if it's just the front that is different. I think it's so cool just to see over time all the different maps that were used for Disney Springs. Also in the back of that Disney Springs one, I'm keeping my Worldwide of Sports map in there. Just another cool thing to have on hand. So I'm not going to go through these other ones as in depth because a lot of these are the same. I will show you guys here the old Animal Kingdom map that I have. All the other ones are just the ones that I got like in November. Just the basic ones I got last summer. Just from all my different trips, I got all the different like fronts and covers on them. So here is the old Animal Kingdom one, sponsored by Kodak again. A look here at this first page. So like old looking. I mean, I don't know. It's just reading it is, I'm just like, what? The old Fast Pass system and things like that. This is whenever there was the like bigger Rafiki's Planet Watch section and Camp Mini Mickey. That is now where Pandora is. You guys can see there what it used to look like. If you're not familiar with it, this map looks so different than what it is now. So different. Next up here, a quick pass at the Epcot ones. We have the Times Guide, and I like to pick up the ones for all the different festivals. 35th anniversary, Flower and Garden's one of my favorites. I have a few years of the different Flower and Garden logos. Here I also have the Epcot 35 map. I also like having this because it helps keep them all flat and like straight so they don't all get bent. Here is my old Epcot one, sponsored by Kodak. Old FastPass system. Let's see what's old about Epcot. A lot of this actually looks the same. There's like no frozen ride and all those things. Like, so this is somewhat older, but also the layout of like where the countries are for like all of the Epcot maps, whenever you look back at them, they're always like wrong. Like the newer ones are right, but it shows that the Canada Pavilion is like literally right behind the Imagination Pavilion, but you actually have to like walk a little bit before you finally get to Canada. So weird how they used to have that laid out. Would have been super confusing for people's first visits during that time, because that's not how it looks. Food and Wine, the last showing of Illuminations. Last one here, Studios. Really crazy ones in here. So I have all the classic Studios ones, the more newer ones, Rock and Roller Coaster. And now here I have some of the ones for Star Wars Weekend. So they're old logo, some of the things they talk about, like the parades and things, those don't happen anymore. The one from the holidays, and then here we also have the older one sponsored by Kodak. We have the Star Tours one. Opening this one up. This is going to throw a lot of people back if you have been to Studios ever. Wow. You got Streets of America, you got the Sorcerer's Hat, you got Pixar Place, Mickey Avenue, Animation Courtyard, Sunset Boulevard's the same, Echo Lake's basically the same. But this whole back chunk, completely different. Hat's gone. Just the map, like the location of everything, still doesn't look accurate. I think this is the same as the Epcot one. It just doesn't lay out right to me. Looking at it now, we got the summer ones from last year, Cars. Here we have another old Studios one. This is for American Idol. Same idea here. It has the parade route on the map too, which is so sad. I wish they still did parades at Disney World, but that's just like not a thing anymore. Here's one of like the last ones that I got before they ripped out Streets of America and changed it to Galaxy's Edge and stuff. And this looks a lot more like how the parks do now. See, now these maps are more of like the overhead, where the older ones were like a front view, so that's why it kind of looked so weird. And then lastly here for Studios, I have some of the Star Wars Weekends maps, which I missed that event so much. Next up here we have California Adventure. These last few will be super quick because whenever I went to California, I was so excited because they had 2 different map styles. Whenever I was there, like they changed while I was there, so I definitely picked up a bunch of them for my collages and for this. That way there was a bunch of the same ones. But I absolutely love here how I have a couple others mixed in that you guys actually sent to me. So thank you so much. Add some variety here in my California Adventure display. So we have the Animal Kingdom one, and we also have one of the holiday ones. I hope to go pick up more of the California ones soon to add some more, because those are the only designs I have of those. And same here with the Disneyland ones. I have the Pixar Fest ones, both designs from whenever I was there. And then also, you guys sent me some other super cool ones like the Galaxy's Edge ones, the Halloween ones, and the Christmas ones. So I absolutely love those, again, being able to have the mix of all the different ones. And then this last section here is the ones from Tokyo Disney. So I have the 2 main ones here in the front, and then all the fun holiday ones in the back. So these maps are very hard to show because they all are different from each other. They all show different merchandise, different food that was available at the time. I also have one of the Halloween Shanghai Disney guide maps in here as well. And if you have been watching my videos for a while, you do know that I would like to travel to all of the Disney parks around the world one day. So once I do that, or once I get the maps from all the different places, and like a good chunk of them, I'm definitely going to like rearrange this and do them for all of the different resorts. So I'll have the 6 slots for all the different resorts around the world. So I'll have a couple maps for Disneyland, Disney World, Tokyo Disney, Hong Kong Disneyland, Shanghai Disney, Disneyland Paris, and then these other ones could just be like overflow or any of these extra ones over here. So these extra ones really quickly, I have one of the old Downtown Disney times guides there, some of the after hours, information and times, information about all of the parks. And this one also has the Downtown Disney info on it. Lots of the older park books that you'd get at like the hotels. Different holidays. Like travel info, vacation club. This other like weird shaped map of the whole Walt Disney World Resort. And this is also a very old one as well because it still has the sorcerer's hat and the Downtown Disney logos. And here on the back, there's just the Downtown Disney standalone map. Look how small it used to be. Oh. And then lastly here in the back we have the Festival of the Holidays, the Food and Wine, the Flower and Garden, and the Pixar Fest little food guides. Those are really fun to look at too. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at some of my old Disney maps, maybe learning a little bit of Disney history. I am so excited to put this display somewhere and be able to have the maps displayed all year round. Let me know down below in the comments, do you collect Disney park maps? I know not a lot of people do, but as I mentioned, it's just a cool thing to look back on your past trips, what it used to be like, and seeing all the different rides and things. I just think it's very, very cool. Don't forget to check out new Disney Cupcake merchandise linked down below. And as always, remember to do what you love and do what makes you happy. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!